Hello, everybody. It has been 3 months now, I think, since I've uploaded anything on my channel, and I want to apologize. It's just I've been really busy. But I'm here right now. It's 2015 right now. It is the third, or it's the 4th of January to be exact, and I made a promise that I would put up my top 10 best and my top 10 worst movies of 2014, starting with the top 10 best. So, let's get started. I hit my mic. Did I unplug it? No, I didn't. Because this microphone, this is the new headset. It unplugs so quick that like every time I need to check, like, did I unplug it? Anyway, before we get on to the actual top 10, let's get over three honorable mentions. Three honorable mentions are the Lego Movie, 22 Jump Street, and Neighbors. They barely made it. They just scraped like ah, just the edge. They didn't make it, but they were good movies, and I just want to say, please go watch them because they're good. I wanted to mention them. Don't worry, my top 10 worst is going to also have some honorable mentions. Three also. Let's get started with number 10. Number 10 is Gone Girl. Gone Girl is a movie directed by the great David Fincher, who, when he makes a movie, it's either A, amazing, or B, it sucks. Well, this one falls under category A because it's really, really good. It's Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, and yeah, it's this murder mystery with a lot of twists and turns and some really interesting plot thing. It's a really good plot, good acting. It even has Tyler Perry in it, and he's good. He's good. He's not playing Medea. He's not playing oh Lord, oh my God. He's not playing Medea. Okay, just keep him away from Medea. Because in this movie, he was good. Tyler Perry was good in a movie. This should have been the main headline on all the newspapers. Tyler Perry good in a movie. Because that shit is rare. Anyway, moving on to number 9 is a movie I reviewed, so I'm going to keep it short on this one. It's the Grand Budapest Hotel. Ralph Fiennes, guy who I forgot the name of. Sorry, he's a new time actor. Anyway, a star-studded cast. It's a fun, light movie. You can watch it with your family. You can watch it alone. It's just a fun movie. If you want to hear my full opinion on the movie, go watch my review. Moving on to number 8 is a movie that was really interesting because I found out that the movie was filmed over the course of 12 or 13 years, and it's Boyhood. Boyhood is the only big time Hollywood actor that's in it is Ethan Hawke. And for the rest, it's like I know Patricia Arquette is in it. She's not really extremely famous, but I know she is. I know her brother David Arquette is really famous, but I've seen her in a couple of stuff. Yeah, couple of stuff, couple of things, stuff. Anyway, it's a really interesting movie because it's just about the childhood of a boy who goes through puberty and stuff, and eventually ends at him being a young adult. And just you feel like you're there with with him growing up. Really, really interesting movie. Check it out. It's really hard to explain, but it's a good movie. Moving on to number 7 is my first ever reviewed movie. And I gave it the wrong grade. I gave it a 9.5. I'd say it's an 8.59. It's like about that. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Marvel. It's fun. It's like Marvel, but it's just mixed with Star Wars and Star Trek and even a little bit of Firefly. It's just the perfect blend. It's awesome. Good cast. It's funny. It even cheer me up a bit. Anyway, it's a good movie. Go watch it if you want my full opinion. Go watch my review. Moving on to number six. Number six is a movie that I saw recently, as in 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is Nightcrawler. It is a movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, and he plays this guy who's a little um he's a fucking psycho. Let's just call it that. How do you explain this? He's just not 100%. And he, like, one day he witnesses a crash and there's a guy filming it, and he tells it to a news station. He's like, I want to do that, but he takes it to such an extreme level in which you're sitting with the movie. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It's a good movie. It's a really awesome movie. Jake Gyllenhaal nails it. He is awesome in the movie. Go watch it. It's brilliant. Number five is a movie that I didn't know of until I saw it on a website which says this movie, this movie's really good, but you probably haven't seen it. And it's like, it's true. It's true. It's Chef. It stars and it's also directed by Jon Favreau, who is also the director of Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. Not Iron Man 3. He does star in all three Iron Man movies, and he's buddies with Adam Sandler. Anyway, it's about this dad who is also a chef, and one day a food critic criticizes his food, and he goes berserk. He yells at the food critic in his restaurant, right in front of him, and he gets fired. His boss, played by Dustin Hoffman, the great Dustin Hoffman. Um, and he just decides to start this food truck, and his son is gonna help him. So it's this feel good movie starring Jon Favreau, John Leguizamo. He doesn't play the son. I don't know who the son is. It's kid. He's a good kid. It's a good kid actor. But anyway, John Leguizamo, Sofia Vergara, who I usually don't like as much, she was fine in this movie. Scarlett Johansson has a little role, and Robert Downey Jr. even has a little role, and of course he nails it because he is Robert Downey Jr. Moving on to number four. Number four is a movie. It's the second superhero movie on the list, but not the last one. The last one is number two. Anyway, X Men: Days of Future Past is it's what, like the fifth or the sixth movie in the X Men franchise. But it's the return of director Bryan Singer. Of course, he directed the great X Men, the first X Men and X2, X Men United. This movie's awesome because it has the class the class it has the cast of First Class. You know, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, that's it. Mixed with the new one, like Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, of course Hugh Jackman because he plays Wolverine, and there's only one Wolverine, my friend. There's only one Wolverine, I tell you. Yeah, it's a good movie. Peter Dinklage stars in it as well as Bolivar Trask. He is awesome, and they rewrite history. They travel back in time, and Quicksilver is one of the best scenes of this year, mind you. It is, as we say, awesome. Moving on to number three is Edge of Tomorrow, and it's a movie I reviewed. It's this cool sci-fi action movie starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, with also roles for Bill Paxton and Stacy Keach, who I both adore. Especially Bill Paxton because he's the one from Aliens. Is like, game over, man, game over. Anyway, it's just this fun movie. It's with a really complex plot, but good. It's a good plot. It's a really good plot. It just plays with time a lot. He gets killed. He starts the day over, and he remembers everything that happened before he got killed. It's awesome. Moving on to number two is the last superhero movie that's on here, but it is the greatest Marvel movie, in my opinion. It is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Some people say it's overrated. Some people say it is amazing, and I am one of the people that says it's amazing. My God, this movie is just so well directed, and it just works great. There's no there's no person in this movie that feels like no main character is irrelevant. What the fuck? Irrelevant. You have and you have the Cap himself, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans. You have Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, who kicks ass. You have Falcon. I don't know the actor's name. Sorry, who kicks ass. We have Sam Jackson back as Nick Fury. He's awesome. Robert Redford is in this movie, and maybe it's me, but when I see Robert Redford, movie just gets a little better for me because I really enjoy Robert Redford. I really do. It also has the cool villain, the Winter Soldier, which I'm not going to spoil who that is, because it's a cool twist. Go watch it. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, my number two of the year. But my number one movie of 2014 is also a movie I reviewed. And if you go by process of elimination, you'd probably know what movie that is. I am talking about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Man, this movie was everything I wanted from the Planet of the Apes sequel. I love Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and this movie is 10 times better than Rise. This movie is awesome. Andy Serkis, of course, nails it as Caesar, because, well, he is goddamn Andy Serkis. And I'm almost running out of time, I see. Oh, god damn it, I need to plan these more. Fuck. Well, anyway, it's awesome. If you want my full thing on the movie, go watch my review. I need to wrap this up. Anyway, it's my number one movie of the year. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my top 10 worst movies of 2014. My name is Movie Man Aaron, and I'm signing off.